Good afternoon, YouTube. Matt M. Roy back once again. You got a twofer today. Let me readjust this real quick. I wanted to give everybody else a chance to respond to one of these live streams. I'm actually sitting here editing up the vlog for today. I did wind up showing you guys in the vlog, at least, the work I did on the Buick LeSabre. Well, actually, the work I did and the work that Dillinger's did locally. Great auto shop, by the way. Dillinger's Tire and Auto. Shout out to them. Chesapeake, Virginia. If you ever need any work done, check them out. They do fantastic work, and the price is always right. I'm not going to really spoil it, but suffice to say the Buick is back up and running and is legal to drive on the road. That was the big problem that I had because I went to get it inspected and it got rejected. And for those of you that are not familiar with state inspections, or you're lucky enough not to have them in your state, your vehicle has to meet the minimum safety requirements to be legal to drive on the road. And unfortunately, mine had failed and failed for a very specific reason. But all that is fixed. She's good to go. I've got quite a few new parts on there, including a new set of tires, new set of rear brake pads. And the item that failed for inspection, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to watch the vlog. Or if you came to my live stream earlier today, I actually spilled the beans there. Baxter and Milo are up here with me. Yeah, these two have been real stinkers today. As a matter of fact, Milo has been up on that printer multiple times trying to print out a test page. So Milo, don't know what I'm going to do with you, cat. You are such a little stinker. Well, I actually think that looks better. Let's try it this way. This is the more yellow light. Oh, no, now I just look like a ghost. No, that ain't going to fly. That is definitely not going to fly. All right, yeah, we'll just go with the headlights up here. The clouds are back, the rain is back, and I'm starting to feel blue. I'm feeling blue, just thinking of you. I get out of bed, wish I was dead, and I hope you do too. Anybody tell me what that's from? I bet you a few out there will remember that reference, that song, I should say. Not going to tell you. You'll have to tell me. Put it in the chats if you remember what movie that song is from. And I'll give you a hint. Early 90s screwball comedy. That's your two hints there. Let me know what movie it's from. Go on, America's Got Talent. Well, it would be a possibility. I'd have to find a way to get out there, though. Where they film that? California? I bet it's California. Wow, I'm really asking a lot of this computer. You know, this Dell XPS 8700 really struggles to render up full HD 1080p video and live stream at the time, but it can do it, just not always that happy about it. Rick Lake says, hey, Matt, Miss Jimmy, I have no idea what movie that is from. Give you guys some time. I bet you one of you out there will get it. Check it out, everybody. There's Baxter. You won't be able to see Milo. Milo's actually behind the monitor there. But Baxter's here. What you doing? What you doing, Baxter? I had to clean a bunch of crud out of Baxter's eye earlier. He, like the rest of us, are dealing with allergies right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll fix that later. So yeah, nobody can guess what movie that's from. We should probably try to do some movie trivia on here. That's something that I really enjoy. By the way, I moved the Yeti microphone over so I can actually have my Logitech K750 keyboard here with me. Great keyboard, folks. Even though it's technically a Mac only keyboard, I love typing on this. It's got a real good tactile feel, and for a keyboard that actually has the chiclet, I call it, style keys like you find on most laptops, it actually has a very good response. The key travel is pretty good. You can see there's a decent amount of travel there, and even though it's not a mechanical keyboard, I find that the keys are spaced far enough apart to where it's comfortable to type on, and they even give you a matte finish on top, so your fingers don't fall off the keys when you're trying to type. Mom's just cooking dinner, or I should say, reheating dinner. I'm fasting again, folks. I have not eaten since around noon. I'm not going to eat till tomorrow morning, probably around 6 or 7. And I'm sticking with the oatmeal, folks. That oatmeal I have every morning. I have steel cut oatmeal with blueberries, strawberries, mangoes, and I usually sweeten it with a little bit of real maple syrup and a little bit of either honey or agave, blue agave, which is actually really good. It's cheaper and it's even better for you than honey. But if I go with real honey, I always go with fresh wildflower honey. I don't like the cheaper clover honey. If you go into Aldi, you can actually find the wildflower honey. It's a little bit more expensive. Believe it or not, health-wise, it's no better for you. It's no better or worse than the clover honey. I just find that it has a better taste. And my palate has always been a little bit more on the expensive side, I should say. So we got 5 watchers and 3 likes. I thought this might be a little bit better time. Guess what, folks? The vlog is about ready to be uploaded. I'm going to try to do a little bit of multitasking here, which those of you by now probably know I am not very good at, and try to upload it while we're doing this live stream. Now, there is something they have now called YouTube Premieres. Not going to be able to do it this time, but that's where you upload a YouTube video, and you can actually follow your watchers as they watch them. So basically, you upload the video, and I can watch it at the same time that you guys watch it, and I can respond to your comments. And I'm going to try to do that again in the future. I did it once, and I thought it was a hoot. It was a hoot and a half, to be honest with you. All right, so let's see. Upload video. And this new upload service, I didn't like it at first, but now I find it very intuitive. So basically, you choose the file that you want to upload. In this case, the one I just did, write a little description, which I'm going to do right now. But the Buick LeSabre is, and I always misspell that too. I'm only human, folks. I make mistakes just like the rest of us. Back from the doctors and is once again legal to drive on the streets of Virginia. All right. I'm going to say doctor's shop. Get it? It's, I don't know. It's kind of funny, I think. And copy that over. Still have no idea. Nobody has any idea what movie that's from. I probably should tell you, because I'll bet a lot of people here now have no idea what I was singing. That song is from The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, when Frank was in the Blue Oyster, no, the Blue Lagoon. The Blue Oyster, I think, was from a Police Academy movie, but it was called the Blue Lagoon, and it was basically a bar/restaurant where you would go when you weren't feeling well, and the waitress, or in this case, the entertainer/waitress, there was such a cheap place, they couldn't afford both, was singing that song, and then when she was done singing, she would actually carry that little tray around where she would say cigars, cigarettes, gum, and you would actually buy them from her. So I found it amusing, and I love the Naked Gun movies. I've never actually seen the series. A lot of people don't know that there was a series that that they ran for one season with Leslie Nielsen, but for whatever reason it was canceled, and then they just decided to make the 3 movies. Here. I don't know if I spelled it right. Dill. I got to look that up. Tire and Auto. I got to definitely give them a plug here. Dillingers with a capital D. I thought it was an E, but yeah, that's just me. I've never been the greatest speller. Remember, boast about your weaknesses, folks. People will inevitably find your strengths. They'll gain strength from your strengths. But when you boast, you want to boast about your weaknesses. That's actually in the Bible, believe it or not. I don't remember the verse, but that is in the Bible. You want to boast about your weaknesses. We'll say cat, feline. I'm putting the tags in right now. I think we're good to go. Yeah, there actually was a TV show that was based on, well, it was from the files of Police Squad. I don't think it was actually called The Naked Gun. I think it was just like from the Police Squad, something like that. But it was with Leslie Nielsen, actually. All right, let me concentrate. I need to make sure I get this right and don't foul it up. Yeah, don't foul it up, Matt. You got to make sure you have a perfect vlog today. No, that's all I can do. You actually can't change the monetization settings and or add in a end screen until the standard definition version of your video is ready. And that's usually after the processing. You know, your video gets uploaded and that doesn't take too long. And then it goes through the processing process of YouTube putting their final touches on it. Basically, during the processing, YouTube makes it playable on their platform. They actually condense it. They what's the word I'm looking for here? They encode it into their own format. Generally, they compress the file so the quality isn't as great as the original. But once all that's done, then you can finish up your upload. It's interesting, and I always upload an MP4 just because that's what my phone records in by default. And YouTube doesn't usually seem to have a problem with that format either. I think most Apple devices, at least the older ones, used to use that as well. Mr. Jimmy said, I've seen that movie a few times. I'm surprised I didn't get it. Hey, Matt, almost missed this. Harold K. Yeah, I wanted to do another one because I figured a lot of you would have missed the earlier live stream I did. Chris Garrett, Taco Bell has Nacho Party Pack, but it's a ripoff because no more meat on it than the regular nachos. These restaurants never make it like the advertisement picture. No, they don't. And I have actually given up fast food. Uh-oh, phone call. Let's see, what is this one? Scam call. Let's see what it says. Hello? Hello?
Thank you for choosing Visa and MasterCard services as your legal financial advisors. This is an important message regarding your existing credit card accounts. Thanks to your good payment history and good credit score, you have been qualified finally for an interest rate reduction between 0 to 5%. Several attempts were made to reach you. This is your final courtesy call before we are unable to lower your interest rate.
Wow.
So press 1 now.
Okay, yeah, I'll lower my interest rate. Let's go press 1.
Thank you for holding. This is Alexander Parker from the Credit Card Services. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine.
I believe you pressed 1 to get the lower interest rate on your credit card, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd always want to get a lower interest rate. What do I have to do? Oh man, I think he knew I was recording him. Oh, that was too funny. Okay, folks, in all seriousness, if you get calls like that, especially when they ask you to push a button and then you hear that whoop, and then somebody comes on there that sounds like they're from Punjab. Yeah, that's a total scam. And I wish I could have kind of led him on a little bit more, but I think he knew that I knew he was a scammer. It happens. Oh man, that was funny. I know a lot of people out there will play around with these scammers. I don't have the quick wit enough to figure out what to say though. Chris Garrett goes, the scammers called me. I told them I had diarrhea and asked if they have anything for that. I'm sure they probably hung up on you after that too. Or maybe they said, oh, get some KO pectate or something like that. Unreal. But I tell you, in all seriousness, folks, it's really a shame that we have to deal with this because, you know, most of us out there, my generation, maybe even especially the younger people out there, we all know that's a scam. We know that they're not going to call you to lower your interest rate, especially if you have good credit like I do. But the seniors out there are more vulnerable. You know, you have vulnerable people out there that will stay on the line with these people and let them get into their bank accounts. You know, they take money out of their bank accounts. They have them sign up for these. A lot of it is these credit consolidation forms that they have them fill out, and it's a total scam. And these people buy into it. I've had a lot of my clients do this in the past, and it's just not right. They've tried to stop these, but it's almost impossible because you know you shut down one call center, another one pops up 2 weeks later. Okay, yeah, the actual name of that series, before I forget, I didn't mean to arbitrarily change topics, but it was called Police Squad, and it was with Leslie Nielsen. It actually only ran for 6 seasons, believe it or not. I'll share the Internet Movie Database page with all of you all of you that might be interested. All right, so almost done. I'll be able to share I'll be able to have the vlog go live for you guys out there before we end this live stream. I'm positive of that. Carol K, I looked into Super Size Me like you recommended and read the guy was an alcoholic and later admitted to, even though he denied it in the documentary, still fast food is certainly bad for you. Very interesting. I didn't read that part. I didn't hear about him being an alcoholic. Now, I liked Super Size Me because it did expose the darker side of the fast food industry. Fast food is bad for you. I think we all know that right now. Just as we've known for 20 years and more now that cigarettes cause cancer. They're not good for you. We now know that fast food is bad for you. I mean, there's nothing in fast food that isn't bad for you. It's filled with fat, sugar, carbohydrates. And they do it for a reason. They do this because it is addictive. Fast food is addictive, and they want it to be addictive because they want you going back and eating more and more and more and more of this fast food. Is it okay in moderation? I'll be honest with you, I'm not even comfortable saying that anymore. I used to think everything was okay in moderation. But the problem with fast food is most people can't handle it in moderation. When you go and you get a Big Mac, or you go into McDonald's and you get that sausage McGriddle. Oh, I used to love the sausage McGriddle. One time you can be hooked. It is that good. It's designed. That was created. Those items were created in a lab by scientists whose sole purpose was to make that food so good that it makes your body crave it time and time again. So I'm not even comfortable saying that it's okay in moderation, because for a lot of people, they can't handle it in moderation. It's just so addictive that they have to have it, on a weekly, monthly, even daily basis at times. So my advice to you is do your best just to stay away from those fast food restaurants. If you have to eat out, Go to a local chain restaurant. Those are better for you. But even better than that, find yourself a local cafe or a local eatery that is still, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you can find ones that are still pretty inexpensive and they're a lot healthier for you. I mean, give you a great example. I eat at Nick's Cafe, which is pretty much right down the street, and their prices, I can get a breakfast there that is a bigger portion than what I would get at McDonald's, and I can still get that if I skip on maybe say the extra side for under $10. And most breakfasts at McDonald's will still set you back $5 to $8. So for maybe $2 or $3 more, I'm actually getting a more healthy, nutritious, and at the end of the day, more filling meal that'll stay with me longer, throughout the day. Well, that's good, Chris. If you can do it without making a habit of it, then I would say maybe once a month at most. But there's just a lot of people out there that can't do it, and they know that, and they prey on that. I don't know. You guys know where I'm coming from. You guys know how much I have struggled and painfully denied myself to be able to get down to the weight that I'm at right now. And I know that if I went back to eating that fast food like I used to, my weight would shoot right back up. And I'm saying this because I don't want anybody else to have to deal with the pain of being morbidly obese like I was. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was morbidly obese. I was on my way to an early grave. I mean, I weighed over 400 pounds at one point. That's not okay, folks. That is just plain wrong. And I knew it was wrong. I just didn't want to do anything about it. I was fat, lazy, and happy. I looked like I was happy on the outside. And the inside, I was screaming. I'm like, help me. What do I need to do to get out of this fat person's body and into something that I'll be comfortable with for the rest of my life? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, at that time, I didn't think my life was going to be that long. I figured, by 40, I'd be dead. So just take a page from my book. Do your best to stay healthy. I've given you guys some great tips out there in my previous live streams on how to do that, to eat healthy and still enjoy your food, because you still need to enjoy what you eat. I mean, let's face it, if you don't like what you're eating, you're not going to eat it. If you are now, you're not going to eat it long term. Harold K., I was surprised last time I ate at McDonald's how expensive it is. Only fast food I like is pizza, Chinese, and burgers. I always prefer hole-in-the-wall spots. Me too, my friend. Me too. McDonald's has gotten very expensive. A lot of the fast food is much more expensive, except, you can get stuff on the quote-unquote dollar menu, which even now most of the dollar menu items are $2-3. But that stuff is the worst of the worst. It's the cheapest cuts of beef, the cheapest cuts of chicken, like the McChicken. Have you ever had a McChicken before? I used to think it was the bee's knees. I used to think it was delicious. I tried one maybe a year ago just to see what it was like, and it was horrible. I'm like, did I actually think this stuff was good? Why did I ever eat this? The McDouble is even worse. I mean, McDonald's, in my opinion, has the lowest quality beef you can get. It's just bleh, disgusting. All right, let me finish adding this end screen real quick. And I'm sorry, folks, if I'm alienating some of you out there, but I would rather do that and see all of you eat healthy foods than just to kind of just play to your happy side. In other words, I'm not going to sit out there and spew a bunch of lies on this channel to keep subscribers. That's not how I roll. If I honestly think something is bad for you, I'm going to say it. And if you don't like hearing that, bye-bye. All right. The vlog is up, I hope. Hang on a second. All right, that's it. Today's vlog is up. I'm going to go ahead and share this real quick. Yes, Brad, I actually did hear about Wendy's serving breakfast. I'll have to look up the nutrition facts on that. I'm sure it's not any better than McDonald's or any of the rest of them, but I'm always willing to give something a chance. You know, if they honestly did this the right way and maybe used some good ingredients that didn't contain tons of sugar and fats and everything else, then I might do a food review there. But I'll be honest, I don't think that's the case. I honestly, truly believe, because of the taste factor, that they're doing the same thing that that all the other fast food restaurants are. What in the world? Come on. Oh, I know why. We're almost at 200 likes. Yeah, my ticker's not working apparently. Sabre, Lesabre is back up and running. Best of all, it's once again legal to drive on the roads of Virginia. And if I talk when I type, I tend to make less errors. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Here's back up and running. Best of all, it's once again legal to drive on the roads of Virginia. And I am feeling accomplished. All right. Oh, the Facebook fan page. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I'm about to say we got 8 likes here. I didn't think the ticker would be quite that off. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. I would like to know Wendy's. We're going to look up the nutrition facts of Wendy's breakfast. Okay, so nutrition and health breakfast combos. Let's go with this one. Whoa! My screen all of a sudden just started going crazy there. I don't know what that was about. Okay. All right, so we're going to look at the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant. Now, croissants are pretty high in fat by nature, so let's see what they got here. All right, so we got 600 calories, calories from fat, 370, total fat. Are you serious? Okay, this gets me angry. Okay, 41 grams of fat in Wendy's sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. Do you realize that is about 91% of your daily fat intake? You're only supposed to get 50 grams of fat in one day. So if you eat this sandwich, only the sandwich, then you are in and of effect eating almost your entire daily allowance of fat. 17 grams, that's saturated. That's absolutely terrible. 265 milligrams of cholesterol. And here's the big one, folks. I've talked a lot about my struggles with high blood pressure in the past. Now it's more under control that I'm close to my goal weight. 1,030 milligrams of sodium. That's very, very high. That's a very high amount of sodium, folks. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to open up one more of these. We'll go with the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. And I'm getting the screen jiggle again for some reason here. And that's even worse. That's 45 grams of fat, which again is about 95% of your fat intake for a day. 17 grams saturated. Get this, 1,370 milligrams of sodium and 28 grams of carbohydrates. What's the cholesterol? And 270 milligrams of cholesterol. See, this is what I'm talking about, folks. You are not going to find any healthy options at your fast food restaurants. It's not going to happen. And the sad truth of the matter is it's never going to happen, because if they were to put healthy options there for breakfast, they wouldn't get any customers. Their whole goal, they're a business. In any business, the goal is to have repeat business and have customer satisfaction. The way they do that is to have good tasting food. And that's why if you watch Super Size Me 2, they actually went and he opened up a fast food restaurant, and he tried to do it as healthily as possible, but it was still fried chicken in his case. And the thing I liked about it is he did not make any qualms about it being healthy. He actually boasted in this fast food restaurant that, hey, my chicken, it was called Holy Chicken, and they're, believe it or not, the original restaurant is still open. He said, you know what, this is so bad, but you know how bad it is, so you can feel good about eating it. See, that's the thing. And I liked about it. And Morgan Spurlock, couldn't think of the guy's name. Morgan Spurlock is the guy. And he was open and honest about the fact that the food he was serving there was not healthy. Was it healthier than other fast food restaurants? Yeah, because it was free range, cage free, organic, or not organic. Couldn't do it organic. It was cage free, cruelty free, USDA approved chicken, because he actually bought the chickens and he raised them on his own rented chicken farm. But see, that's the thing, folks. You have to be informed. You have to know what you are putting in your body. That's the best way to describe it. Sweet. Up to 200 likes on the fan page. Nice. You guys are great out there. I'm telling you. I love interacting with you folks, and I still say the best way to do it is through the live stream process. I should be. Yeah, I'm joined to this page. The regular Matt Emroy fan page. Yeah, I'm joined to it. I don't know why. If it's telling you that I'm not, there's just some glitch going on there. All right, folks, I'm going to end it here. I just want to do another quick live stream. I'm glad we went this route, because I think some of you out there needed to hear the truth about fast food and what it does to your body over time. And if you haven't had a chance to watch it, highly recommend watching Super Size Me and Super Size Me 2. You can stream them free on the Roku channel, and I believe Netflix had them too. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix though. But thanks for coming to the live stream. Please continue to like and subscribe. Once you're done here, you can watch today's vlog. Make sure you leave a comment there if you like it. If not, leave a thumbs down, but let me know why. I love having constructive criticism. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.